Greetings from Vancouver, Canada.
We're spending one full day in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. I'll be sharing our complete one-day travel guide to some of the best things to do, eat, and see in one full day in Vancouver.
So we were doing a full road trip around Washington State, checking out all the national parks, and part of our trip was to come to Vancouver, Canada, to spend one full day here. Now, I have been to Vancouver. I actually boarded an Alaska cruise from Vancouver, and I knew when I came here I had to come back one day and explore it more because it is such a beautiful town. And since we were in Washington, I figured, hey, let's make a day out of it up here because it's so close to Washington State. So that is what we're doing today. We are exploring beautiful British Columbia by Vancouver. So we just drove through Vancouver early this morning. Border crossing went super easy, had to be vaccinated, passports, all those things. And we are starting our day by going on the Sea to Sky Scenic Byway. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so beautiful, this entire drive. So these are basically your entire views on this scenic byway. Mountains, the ocean, forest. It is so beautiful here.
The Sea to Sky Highway is over 200 miles long that runs from Vancouver to north of Whistler. We obviously aren't doing the entire drive today, but I highly recommend you do at least a little portion of it. Our first stop on the highway was to the Muir Provincial Park to do a quick but very steep and rocky hike to Quercus Point. The views at the top were gorgeous.
Must-do hike here along the Sea to Sky Highway. It's super steep and rocky, but it's short, so just be ready because once you get up here, these views are beautiful.
Our second stop was to see Shannon Falls. It's British Columbia's third highest waterfall, and it's almost 1,100 feet tall.
Next stop is the Sea to Sky Gondola.
The Sea to Sky Gondola brings you from sea level to almost 3,000 feet above. You'll enjoy some amazing views of the Howe Sound, the coastal forest, and surrounding mountains.
Okay, best gondola we've ever had in our life, and we've been on many gondolas. This is so pretty. All right, we made it to the top, and they have a cute little restaurant bar up here. So we went and grabbed some coffees and a muffin, and we're gonna sit right here and look at this view.
Once at the top, more adventures await. They have a suspension bridge that is over 300 feet long, and I'll be honest, since I'm scared of heights, it's really not as bad as it looks, and I did pretty good on it. Once to the other side, the amazing views continue. Next up, we decided to hike the short 0.5 Panorama Trail, and this is definitely a must-do as it brings you to the Chief Overlook viewing platform, and these views are out of this world.
Alright, you guys, this is so absolutely beautiful up here. You have to do the Sea to Sky Gondola, suspension bridge, do the Panorama Trail. It's just so beautiful up here. Like, the views just don't end. I don't know how to explain it. You gotta do it if you're in Vancouver. Alright, you guys, so our last stop here on the Sea to Sky Highway. This is for all my Virgin River fans. So if you're a fan of Virgin River, not too far on this road from the gondola is Jack's Bar. So if you're familiar with the show, you know Jack's Bar. It's called the Watershed Grill, and we're gonna go eat there. We're gonna go eat at Jack's Bar / Watershed Grill. So right there's Jack's Bar. We're just walking, but Vince just saw a seal down here in the river. The seal disappeared, but we did see him. Here's the river of Virgin River. At Jack's Bar, and I talked to the waitress, and they use the outside for filming, but the entire bar scene is actually shot in a warehouse. So the inside doesn't resemble Jack's Bar at all, but the outside does. That's crazy. Well, we had an amazing burger at Jack's Bar. That's not real, but the outside is real. So it's kind of funny though, because I actually saw him post on Instagram the set of some of like the houses and stuff that were inside a warehouse, so I guess makes sense. Even the bar is in a warehouse, so that's okay though. It was really cool to come check out because this is really beautiful. The river here that the set is on, wow, it's a really pretty location, so highly recommend, and they have good food. Guys, we're back down by Vancouver, and we are going to the Capilano Suspension Bridge and Park.
The Capilano Suspension Bridge Park is nestled in a rainforest and offers a variety of activities, one being the suspension bridge that goes over the Capilano River and has been around since 1889.
Okay, this bridge is way scarier because it rotates. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna fall. Okay, this one, yeah.
Like jumping up and down.
Yeah, it moves a lot. Be careful. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's also a fun treetop adventure that you can walk through a canopy of cedar trees on suspension bridges to 7 different viewing platforms.
Treetop experience, super cool.
And there's a cliff walk path that is suspended high above and gives you river views below.
All right, we're on the cliff walk now. This is cool. All right, we just wrapped up our time at the Capilano Bridge. So fun. We really enjoyed it. So definitely go check it out.
Also, just an FYI, if you don't have a car rental and would like to see many of these attractions, there are many guided tours available from Vancouver. I'll leave the links below in the description and you can check those out.
Next stop is Stanley Park, which is a pretty big park here in Vancouver, and it's really pretty. So you drive through, there's lots of little stops along the way. I think we are at Quercus Point right now, but we're going to be making multiple stops along the way. Just gives you really pretty views of the city, the waterfront, that whole area. So definitely a very popular attraction here in Vancouver.
Stanley Park is almost a 1,000-acre park that makes up the northwestern half of Vancouver's downtown peninsula. The Stanley Park Drive is a one-lane, one-way road, which is a 17-mile loop. So if you miss your stop, you have to drive an entire 17 miles again to get to it. The park has some beautiful beaches, wildlife, food options, hiking trails, and a seawall that is perfect for walking and enjoying city views, mountain views, and ocean views.
Stanley Park is probably one of the nicest parks I've ever been to. It's beautiful, well maintained. It's perfect for walking, biking. They have like dedicated bike lanes, and it's all a one-way drive through the park, and you get beach views, mountain views, ocean views, city views. You can watch the seaplanes, the shipping area. Like, it's really pretty, and there's tons of different stops all around here, and the cool seawall that goes all the way around the park is really beautiful. So yeah, definitely check this out if you want to go have a nice evening or afternoon or morning in a park, because Stanley Park is beautiful. Wow, it's Vancouver. We just went and checked into our hotel, stayed at the Hyatt Regency Vancouver. It's right downtown by the harbor, just walking distance, and it's by Canada Place, which is where a lot of the cruise ships go out, pretty harbor area. So it's a really nice hotel, and it has some of the best views. So if you're looking for hotels in a good location, we're at the Hyatt Regency, but there's of course a bunch of others, so definitely check those out.
One thing I remember when departing Vancouver on my Alaska cruise was the beautiful harbor front near Canada Place. Here you can watch the seaplanes take off, cruise ships depart, enjoy the coastal mountain views, check out the Olympic torch that was built for the 2010 Winter Games, and enjoy tons of great dining options. Plus, it's a perfect spot to see the sunset. Vancouver's harbor front is definitely one of the prettiest harbor fronts I've ever seen.
We're gonna swing into the Cactus Club Cafe for some pre-dinner drinks. It's right here on the harbor. Pre-dinner drinks at Cactus Club was excellent. But now we're heading into the city a little bit to go get some dinner. We are going to Joe's Seafood and Chop House. So cute. We even got the lobsters right next to us. Seafood linguine, and Vince got a trio of shrimp, Arctic char, and trout. That was definitely our splurge of seafood, but it was well worth the splurge. Joe's is so good.
Right next door to Joe's was Perverted Ice Cream, so obviously we had to stop for some ice cream.
This is Perverted Ice Cream right here, you guys. Have you ever had Perverted Ice Cream? My first lick of Perverted Ice Cream.
It's pretty messy.
It's messy. But it's really good. Perverted Ice Cream, you guys, right here.
And that's a wrap on our one full day in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. I hope you find this travel guide helpful as you plan your trip to Vancouver, as I share some of the best things to do, eat, and see in one full day. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and be sure to check out my channel for even more travel guides. Thanks so much for watching.